Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Chupacabra's lair. I'm your host, Larry, the space-frightened Chupacabra here today. In fact, it looks like one of my robotic Chupacabra siblings is hanging out behind all that fuzz on the screen. But today we're going to be checking out a game by the indie game studio R.I. Mad, which is Space Fright, which takes us into what looks like a space facility or a space station in order to avoid getting eaten and murdered by a bunch of demons that have come into the world. And it was billed to me as a horror game that's full of gore and murder that had a cute side. I don't know that I need something with a cute side, but what I can say is we are going to go have one hell of a space adventure. We'll just play this on normal mode, because I've barely spent any time in this game, and let's go do the stuff with the things. And we'll play as a space hermaphrodite. Why not? I've always wanted to live out that particular fantasy. And so here we are, we're somewhere in space. We are a space voyager, which is why we have all these lovely motivational posters up on the wall that says, "Be the Voyager." And there is more to this. All of that fun stuff. And unfortunately, there's obviously some evil shenanigans going on, because there's nobody around, basically. Oh wait, no. Looks like Tabitha's here. And Tabitha appears to be missing her brain. Oh, also Molly's here. Hey Molly, how are you? Is this your spleen on the floor? Nah, I'm sure you'll get it when you wake up. But yeah, so there's some odd demonic goodness going on, and our current objective, which is really tiny in the bottom right-hand corner, is find out what's going on. So clearly what's going on is somebody decided that they wanted to watch the uncensored version of 50 Shades Darker, and they've taken it a little too far. That would be my best guess. But we can open up these various audio log type things on our smartphone, and in this case, it's just a little message that says, "I can't do it." And Bubblegum says, "I'm scared. I'm so scared to die. How can I sneak past those things?" And True Sparkle says, "Well, we are all scared. Don't worry. Just keep your distance and slowly sneak past them with A or the shift button, depending on if you're controlling your body with a keyboard, because I know you and I are both those types of alien replicants that suck out the juice inside of a person's head and control their corpse with a remote." And then Cat Lead says, or Cat Lead, "If there are too many of them at one spot, look for a new path. Don't worry. We're all in this together." Yeah, alright. I'm sure that won't end poorly. So basically that's implying that at some point in the not-too-distant future, we're going to be needing to sneak past some critters, and in order to do that, we can also hide from them and hang out in trash cans. So I can be like Danny DeVito screaming, "I'm a trash can!" I've barely watched Always Sunny, but I'm glad that the one time I did, that was one of them. So let's see what this log says, if it is an audio log. That is, if it wants to behave itself. I will say that this game is a little bit on the buggy side, and it came out on March 3rd or 4th, if I'm not mistaken. So this message says, "Hide or not to hide?" And True Sparkle says, "Do you hide from those things, like in barrels and stuff? I'm afraid they might notice me." And Cat Lead says, "Sometimes the best way to confront those things is by hiding from them. Just don't let them see you before getting in the barrel." And Bubblegum says, "I'm too scared to hide. I just sprint with the B button past them. Yeah, it's scary, but better than having those things close to you." Fair enough. Yeah, alright, so it looks like if you sprint a bunch, you breathe really heavily for a while, and make a shit ton of noise. And so basically, when you move around, you'll notice there's this little swirly cue around your character, and that's like the sound that your character is currently making. So be careful when there's critters nearby that you don't, do the monster mash and bash your way across the decking. So we got some batteries. Just some random discarded batteries. And here we've got another message. If it wants to let us read it, that is. How come they are invisible or invincible? I know that I can see them using night vision, but it's annoying that they are not visible to the naked eye. And Muffin says, yeah, it's terrible. I keep running out of batteries, so I can't see where they're on my radar. And Cutie Lover says, if you have no batteries, just keep away from the noise. You'll notice them when they get close. Love and good luck to you all. Alright. I mean, this is probably the most supportive and calming demonic apocalypse that I have ever experienced. Not necessarily a bad thing, but certainly not what I was anticipating. What does this poster say? It says, we need you for the Astral Core, I'm sure is what that's implying. Because it just says need you and it's got a picture of one of the space helmets on it. Okay, so here's as far as I got when I was playtesting this before. You might notice that A, our screen has gone a little bonkers, and down there on this mini-map that pops up when we use our infrared vision, there's these little view angles that pop up. So basically, you might notice down there in the darkness that there's like these weird swirling bubbles of crap. Those are the Zambers, or like the demons, and they will kill you. They will open you up and enjoy a lovely feast of your intestines, and it's not exactly the most exciting thing to do on your weekend, but I mean, it could be worse. You could be like Tabitha here. Tabitha is missing, is that a lung? Might be a lung. But the good news is, good old Tabitha here left me her key card, Doom style, so I can get through this door. Now what does this say? It says, so I just follow the white arrow on my radar, and Cutie Lover says, yes. The radar tells you everything you need to know. And Cozy says you can find batteries and other things on the radar as well. Alright, that's very helpful. It'll be nice to have extra power. I'm personally trying to mitigate how much of my power electricity I use in the first place. So it says press spacebar or press right mouse button. Okay, there's critters up ahead, which I don't want to fuck around with necessarily, or at least not right off the bat. So what does this say? It's Big D. Hey humans, I'm Big D. Nice to meet you. Am I the only one reading this? It must be some kind of glitch. Okay, so that's the demons being very friendly. Friendliest demons I've ever met. Normally there's like a lot of like swearing and sexual aggression with most demons, but these ones seem pretty chill and on the level. Which is good, I suppose. So, long story short, I need to avoid this sultry demon. Will it work? It's hard to say. I think it will. We did find some batteries, so that's good. Alright, we got lots of power now. I wouldn't want to waste too much of my night vision, though. And how do I get past Zambro number 5? Or the demon? I'm gonna be tempted to refer to them as zombies a lot, because this is a totes zombie infestation moment. And that's what I'm kind of used to here. So I'm just skulking around looking for spare batteries. It looks like there's not much. These are just locker rooms or storage rooms. And we have one additional demon coming up. Well, there's stuff over here, so let's go over here. Past this demon. I wouldn't mind, like, walking up to them and seeing what they look like. But, considering... Okay, so they just look like people in a spacesuit. I was wondering if, like, they look like a proper demon, because some of the artwork that you see on the Steam page, and this game is available for $7, makes them kind of look like they'd have their horns out. Okay, this one has its horns out. touching butts and stuff. Okay, so I need to get way over to the left side of this ship is my current objective. I'm just following the gray arrow on my mini-map, trying to avoid getting fondled by occasionally tapping the old radar, or the night vision. And it looks like there is a patrolling Zambro. So I'm actually gonna hoof it past him, so that I don't get discovered. And then we'll take it easy from here. Alright, that guy is just patrolling. Not sure what he's patrolling. Okay, so there's some other stuff down here. What is this pulsing PDA? Oh, that's a PDA, okay. I was like, there's something pulsing. And I hope it's not like a robot demon zombie. That's almost as bad as the Ted Bundy robot, my arch nemesis. It's good to have an arch nemesis. So here we go, escaping. Cozy. I think the airport is the best way to escape, but getting there is rather difficult. Wait, so are we not on a space station or something? Or are we like on an alien planet? Muffin here says, I'm just going to keep hiding. Escaping seems impossible to me. And Big D just says, I am error. Cute tongue face or whatever that's called. And these messages were 6 years. Oh, this is a 6. Wait. These dead bodies happened 6 years ago? Or these messages? That's odd, but alright. Oh, and there's more shit down here. Oh, hell yes. So I guess as long as I avoid the demon mambo number 5, things will be alright. Sounds good to me. I do wonder, 'cause there's demons over there. But the demon's not coming over here. So I guess I can just ignore that particular demon. Good to know. I'll probably have to intentionally get myself killed some point before this video is over. So that's that area done. Wait, now we're in like a catwalk area. I forgot to mention, welcome back, it says. Okay. That's kinda cool, I suppose. I always like to feel welcomed in a lovely zombie apocalypse. Looks like Bill had a bad day. Bill, of course, had that surgery where you can be a hermaphroditic tranny. But he left me a battery, so good for you, Bill. Really nice chap. Never ever saw him molest a marmoset on Christmas. So, looks like there's just some Zambros over here. I'll just avoid them for the time being. And let's see what's in this little room over here. Looks like there's bacon. And no demons. Things I enjoy are bacon and not demons. So, this comes with plenty of batteries. We almost have a full battery, in fact. And it also comes with a severed head, which I might take with me for, some me time later. And an audio log. It says, hiding in pods works. Me and my friends have been hiding for hours in one of the pods in the orange sectors. I think we are safe. Hide in the pods and they will not find you. Big D just says, K. Wait, what? You are no glitch. Don't come to the pod room in the orange sector. I can hear them coming. Alright, so the demons apparently can read text messages just like everyone else. How very awkward. Okay. I guess our former friends giving us tips are now corpsing it up. Kinda awkward for them, but what are you gonna do? Yep, pretty much everyone's a corpse now. This is why you don't text people evidence of what you've been doing for the last several decades. Okay. I'm gonna want to get to this room down here. Yeah, I want to hide in here. And wait till this demon gets past. And then I can get past him. So this one says, True Sparkle, what's going on? I saw one of those things use a PDA. Do they know how to read? No, I don't think they can read. Don't worry too much about it. Yeah, go fuck yourself. I think that whoever makes this game might not be a native English speaker. Something tells me. But no biggie. I can just sneak past this Zambocam over here. And... fuck it. Let's go read this PDA while we wait for the demon to do his thing. That's basically why we're here. And this one says, Cutie lover, can you stop the trolling? This is not funny. Trolling? We ain't no trolls. We are demons. No, you're fucking... No, you are fucking with us and you need to go away. Yeah, alright. So I just need to wait till that demon patrol's past. And we will be just fine. In fact, it looks like that's already happened. So I'll just hoof it into here. But yeah, I mean, this game looks pretty standard. It looks like you're just like a more simplified, kind of adorable version of your... Ooh, something... Oh, I need to find a blue key card, do I? Well, let me read this thing, damn it. Okay, elevator room, sleeping bay. Has anyone seen my key card? I don't have it anymore. I saw you dropping in the elevator room while you were fleeing. Don't worry, I found it. Wait there, I'll bring it to you. Oh, does one of the demons have it? Shit. Oh, okay, they're invisible, and they're playing patty cake with somebody's severed head. Alright, that's only slightly disturbing. Alright, so somewhere in here is a key card. Where do I think it's hiding? Well, this had a map on it. We're at the blue sector in the elevator bay. And there's the elevator room down there, and then we need to get to the sleeping bay, I suppose. Oh, I am wasting battery, shit. Alright, that's fine, I'm sure. I'll wait till the demon's gone, so I don't get molested. I like how they actually had some background ambiance, though, of some demons playing soccer with someone's head. Reminds me of those tales of old-school opium dens that supposedly created dodgeball by throwing severed heads of people at one another. Good times, that severed head throwing. So I guess somewhere is a dude's body that map is supposed to help me with or something, finding where to locate their corpse and then play with their skull and everything. Oh, it shows me on the map, okay. That's perfect, actually. Oh, there's a bunch of batteries down here. I need those. Oh, shit. This might be where I get murdered. Alright, maybe I'll live? It's hard to say. I kind of wasted battery there for a bit. Okay, they're avoiding me for the moment. Perfect. You know, it doesn't seem like sneaking is super necessary, but I'm certainly not gonna play risky tits with this either. It might also be nice to know if there's like a way to save, although it doesn't necessarily look like there is. Okay, we're in a new area. I wonder what happens when you fuck up sneaking past things. So there's a demon right across this cutaway here. Okay, they've seen me. Well, that's awkward. Actually, that was pretty easy to juke them. Oh, never mind. So it looks like if you run into their grabby range, they get you. Alright, I think I'll leave this particular video here. I don't want this to get too long. But Space Fright, it's an alright game. It's got all those classic top-down mechanics of a zombie apocalypse game where you just try to avoid the monsters by sneaking around and not getting fondled. And I think it's alright. I don't know if it's $7 alright, but it's certainly around $5 alright. It's made by RI Mad Studios. It's available for that $7 price tag. And it's out in full release. It released on March 3rd or 4th, I believe. And you can check it out with the links in the description. Just as a side note, it is a little buggy at the start. Sometimes the sound doesn't want to play, and sometimes the controller doesn't want to detect. But other than that, I didn't have too many issues with it. So that's it for this one, ladies and gentlemen. It's alright game. Check it out for yourselves, and I'll catch you next time. Bye, everybody.